What's up, everybody? Look, I just wanted to make a very quick video following the Fed's announcement today that they are officially cutting interest rates by 25 basis points and talk to you all a little bit about what's going on, what I'm expecting next, and much more. Now, as many of you know, I do have an infection in my vocal cords right now, so my voice is a little bit messed up, but I'm going to try to get this out for you. You all know we did just do a live stream about an hour ago for like an hour and a half, so my throat's already cooked, I'm not going to lie, but I wanted to just make a quick video for you all because this is absolutely massive. So what we saw was that the Fed did come out and say that they were cutting interest rates by 25 basis points. And this is obviously not a huge cut by any means, but it is a great step in the right direction because what it means is that they're recognizing that the constraints that they've placed on the economy are now starting to have long-lasting impacts that are very negatively and detrimentally affecting the U.S., the average person here in the U.S. in business. And so by cutting interest rates and beginning this cycle of cuts, what's very likely going to happen is that they're going to start putting the U.S. in a bit of a better position and making it easier on the everyday person, the everyday business, in order to access capital, access funds, and just get by, right? Like life as a whole, life in general, finances in general should get easier from here, which is obviously a very good thing, okay? And so as a result of this, I do believe that this interest rate cut is a fantastic thing for the market, but it doesn't mean that we're just immediately going to go up like many people are expecting, right? So many people went in today thinking that if they did cut rates, which we knew they were going to cut rates, that the market would just absolutely fly to $125,000, Bitcoin's price, right? But the truth be told, the market kind of knew that this was going to happen. And also these sorts of things take time, right? An interest rate cut takes time to start reducing interest rates, loan rates, mortgage rates, whatever it may be. And then people start saving money, saving more money, then spending money, then putting in money in investments. And then it starts to find its way up the ladder. And then it finds its way into the stock market and then crypto, right? It takes some time. This usually can be a process of 6 to 12 months from the time they start cutting interest rates to the market actually feeling the effects of it. Just like when the Fed starts, increasing interest rates, it's like a lag effect. It's the same thing when they cut interest rates. And so what this means is that it doesn't mean that the crypto market is just going to absolutely fly right now. It doesn't mean that we're just going to grow all the way and Bitcoin's going to go straight to 150K. It still easily can be a bumpy ride. And the reason why historically it's actually not just gone straight up is because you have to remember why the Fed cut rates in the first place, right? The Fed cut rates in the first place because the economy is not in a great spot right now. Things are not looking great right now. People don't have jobs. People don't have money. And so they're cutting rates because people are not in a good spot. So just expecting them to magically be in a good spot and have money to spend and money to invest, you're just expecting something that's not going to happen. It takes time. And so again, that's why usually it's not like this immediate result of the market just absolutely sending when interest rates get cut. It can take time. And so what does that mean for the crypto market? Well, I think the overall timeline is very clear. I think the short term and the midterm are still very unclear, very uncertain, very dangerous, but the long term finally has a very bullish outlook. I think it is extremely likely that as we see this interest rates cuts really go into place, when they really start to have their impact on the market, that we are going to see assets like cryptos, stocks, precious metals maybe, and real estate really see some growth and really capitalize on the benefit of people and businesses having more money. So finally, for the first time in a long time, the long-term outlook is incredibly bullish, but the short and midterm, still a little bit sketchy. We don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to stop cutting rates over the next few months? Are they going to keep cutting rates over the next few months? Are the lizard people going to force prices downwards to try to get one more kind of, scoop of the market before the market rallies? We don't know. And truth be told, guys, there's no way of truly knowing, but it actually doesn't matter what happens in the short to midterm if we do have a bias that the long term is bullish. Why? Because anything that happens in the short to midterm is only temporary. If the market starts to fall over the next 2 months or 3 months, it doesn't matter, because if I truthfully believe and have a high conviction that the market's going to go up from there, that's an opportunity. That's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because what I can do is I can go in, I can trade as a contrarian, and I can actually buy my crypto assets. I can buy my stocks. I can buy whatever it is during that pullback, expecting that they will see growth over the long term as these interest rates are, of course, taken into effect and taken an impact here on the economy and people's pockets, people's wallets, and business bank accounts, right? And so overall, my general perspective on this is that no matter what the market does today, tomorrow, next week, or next month, it doesn't really matter. As long as we do have the general belief that this is a benefit to the crypto market, and the stock market, and the economy over the long term, we can capitalize on it, or we can just ride the wave. For example, there's only 3 options here. Option number 1 is that the market just starts pumping right now. Great, we'll take some profits because we were already buying the dip previously anyway, right? Option number 2 is if it just stays sideways. Okay, we'll just wait. We've already been waiting years for a euphoric run. We'll just wait it out. Who cares? If we have to wait a little bit longer for gains, like how much of a privilege is that? Like, can you really complain about it? You know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, I have to wait before I make life-changing money. Oh, boo-hoo. You know what I mean? Or option number three is that the market falls and then we get an opportunity to dollar cost average in at lower prices before we make even more gains to the upside. So it's a winning situation. We either get to take profits, wait, or get a better buying opportunity. And truth be told, if you think about it from a practical perspective, the market going down here would be the best option because we get to reduce our average cost from where they are now and then capitalize on even more gains. So all in all, this is a win-win for the market, in my opinion. I think it's a very beneficial thing, and it doesn't obviously guarantee that crypto is going to go up. It doesn't guarantee that we're not going to see a bear market next year. It doesn't guarantee any of those things. But what it does, in my opinion, very likely guarantee that over time, this is going to bring more liquidity, more leverage and capital to the crypto market, which should push asset prices upwards over the long term. And that could be years, that could be, months, that could be weeks. It just kind of depends on how it plays out. But I truly believe that over the next 1, 2, 3 years, we're going to see much more gains. We're going to see all-time highs. We're going to see hundreds of percentages in returns and a lot of great things coming as a result of the Fed starting to take these constraints off the economy. So in my opinion, crypto has in many ways changed forever. It's definitely changed as of today. And I think it's an overall net positive. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I will let you guys know if you do want to know my exact strategy for what I'm doing in this market. Go watch the live stream that I did just a couple hours ago. At the end, I give you all my buy and sell targets. I'll also do the same thing for you tomorrow. But for now, I just want to leave this video here, just giving you my thoughts and my opinions on what is going on now that the Fed has cut rates. But all in all, I've been talking way more than my doctor told me I was allowed to. I wasn't even supposed to be talking at all today. So I'm going to go rest up, hopefully get better over the next couple of days. But no matter what happens in the short term, just know this is a net positive, and I think a lot of benefits going to come from it. So I'll keep you updated as it plays out. Check out some of the links in the description, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.